NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
It's game time here in Miami as the crowds at the American Airlines Arena look to cheer on the hometown Heat.
Boys, nice time.
For the Miami Heat, they won their last contest, that game against Toronto.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in the 1 spot.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, G.A. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
Yeah, he can still punch it when he wants to, though. We saw that, didn't we, fellas?
Deng can't get it to go.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
And here's Dragic following Draymond Green's 3.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. The shot from the low post is good. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one. Curry with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Curry against Dragic. Curry passes to Green. Fires from 18. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Andrew Bogut.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Curry. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Wade. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah,
Right.
He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Here's Dragic after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And he gets it to go. Deng's got 5 now.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Deng against Green. Screen by Bogut. Green dishes to Bogut. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. Winslow's checked in for Joe Johnson. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade.
Kevin, let's check out how Miami stacked up in the league stats over the last month. 5th in blocks, 6th in shooting percentage, and they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
You know, you talked about their spot in the shot blocking rankings. Their length and presence inside is not to be taken lightly. And trust me, their opponents are very conscious of it every time they drop the ball.
No good from Dragic.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound, just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Andrew Bogut. And it's the Heat with the ball, trailing by 2. Outside Dragic. He kicks it to Richardson. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Now we see the league's top assist team since All-Star. They've been displaying some great teamwork. The Warriors, number 1.
Clearly, this group's on the same page offensively, and the chemistry continues to improve as well. The assist totals off the charts.
He hits the second from the line.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
Now here's Dragic looking for his first basket still in this one.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Richardson against Barbosa to the middle. Wants to get it to Spades and does.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
It's Richardson on the wing. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors on top, up 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
The Heat trailed by 7. So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Rush out there with Green. Then there's Ian Clark. Then it's Curry. And it's Ezeli in at the center position. And so here is Golden State, fresh from a win against Portland.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul. Some changes for Golden State. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Klay Thompson in for Ian Clark. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Winslow.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now here's Barnes. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
You know, his game is all about speed, Kevin. You saw there how fast he can shake loose for an easy basket.
Richardson, no luck.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Barnes with it. Wade picks him up. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And that one's good. Richardson's got his first bucket in this one.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
The baseline J. The shot by Wade, no good. It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Azili. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
On its way from Curry for 2. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, this offense is going to be there for them.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Richardson. They double-team Curry. Here's Barnes. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Here's Winslow. Great D that time from Green. Warriors leading by 4. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Curry.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Winslow. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Dragic kicks to Johnson. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Johnson's got his second basket. Barbosa against Wade. Barbosa passes to Speights. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Stoudemire. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
Warriors leading by 5. Here's Livingston. And he finishes with a dunk.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty